Hi, welcome back to Airstream Expeditions. We're Julio and Erica. We're currently traveling the Baja Peninsula in our Airstream travel trailer. In the last episode, we traveled from Punta Abreojos on the Pacific side of the peninsula to the beautiful beaches of Bahia Concepcion on the Sea of Cortez, where we camped out just feet away from the water, watched the beautiful sunrise every single morning, met some new friends, went diving for some clams, and enjoyed eating them. This time we're heading north, back up the Baja Peninsula on the last leg of our trip to Gonzaga Bay, where we'll camp out on the beach and see if we can catch some fish to take home with us. It wasn't easy leaving such a beautiful place like Bahia Concepcion. We absolutely fell in love with the sunrises and sunsets, the beautiful beaches, and all the nice people we met along the way. We're not full-time RVers, and our vacation days were coming to an end as we needed to get back to work in the next few days, but not before we made our final stop in Bahia San Luis Gonzaga, or better known to Americans as Gonzaga Bay. Gonzaga Bay is a must-see for all Baja aficionados and definitely worth a visit if you like warm waters, near-perfect beaches, a lack of crowds, and the beauty of a desert landscape. This small town has one hotel, 2 campgrounds, a couple of airstrips, a gas station, and 3 restaurants on what is really 2 separate bays that are separated by a sand spit at low tide and look to be attached at high tide. A small community of Baja lovers have built vacation homes, and a few have trailers in 3 different locations along the bay. The campgrounds here are popular amongst locals and out-of-towners alike. The area also attracts many fishermen from all over due to its productive waters. They come in search of big game fish like leopard grouper, yellowtail, and gulf grouper. We checked in at Rancho Grande, the only market in town that also runs the campground. We grabbed a few supplies and headed to our site to settle in for the night. We made it to Gonzaga Bay for the night. This is home, I guess, just for the night. Hey, hon, what you doing?
Getting things ready? Getting things ready? Bye.
The very next morning, in true Baja fashion, we sipped on some Kona coffee and enjoyed the beautiful sunrise. In Gonzaga Bay, there's the sun coming up on the east. Pretty calm day. Definitely gonna come back here. Pretty awesome campsite. Every site has these little palapas. There's a restaurant at the end of the peninsula. They serve very, very good fish tacos. After a full day of relaxing on the water, I had to get my fishing gear ready for the next morning in hopes of going home with an ice chest full of fresh fish. Friends and family back home were anxiously waiting for us to arrive with some fresh seafood to share with them. We had an early dinner and I was in bed by 8:30 p.m. so that I can be nice and rested for fishing the very next morning. Well, we're at the right spot, but the gate's closed. What's going on? Open at 7:30, closed at 10. So I'm in a predicament. Gate's closed. It says it opens at 7 a.m. 7:30, but I'm supposed to meet the captain at 7. I guess at this point I'll wait about 15 minutes, see if anybody comes to open. If not, I'll have to make about a mile trek that way to get somebody to open the gate. Yeah, so hopefully it doesn't get to that point. All right, I feel much better. They're coming to unlock the gate. 10 minutes till 7. We're good. The tiny fish camp known as Papa Fernandez takes its name from its founder, Gorgonio Fernandez. He first established this fish camp back in the 1950s, and one of his famous clients was movie star John Wayne, who helped Papa Fernandez secure this valuable property. The camp has the only boat launch in the area and a fantastic restaurant where they make homemade flour tortillas and have delicious shredded beef tacos. This place also has one of 3 campgrounds in the area where you can camp out right along the water's edge. Papa Fernandez passed away on February 20th, 2001 at the age of 104 years old. My fishing captain for the day would be Captain Bebo of Big Bass Sportfishing. Captain Bebo has been fishing these waters for many years and has established relationships with many American clients and has developed a reputation for being one of the more knowledgeable fishermen in the area. We're here fishing in Gonzaga Bay. There's a string of islands. We're going from island to island, and we're targeting leopard grouper. We're casting along the rocks with these Daiwa SP minnows, different colors. We'll try our luck and see what happens. We didn't have much luck catching leopard grouper, but we did load up on these golden eye spotted bass.
Son los baby groupers.
Baby groupers?
Golden eye se llama. ¿Cómo golden eye?
Golden eye groupers.
Golden eye bass. Spotted bass.
Spotted bass.
Un bass. Está bien fuerte la corriente.
¿Sí?
Fuerte la corriente.
A ver qué salió. ¿Un doble?
Doble.
Un doblete. ¡Oh! Se me fue.
Mira. Mira esta baqueta por estar pequeña.
Bebo brought in this small baqueta grouper, also known as Gulf Cooney. It has a sweet and mild texture and they're so delicious. Bebo was nice enough to give me the fish and I was so excited to take it home and cook it up for dinner. This one seems pretty heavy. ¿Qué me salió aquí? ¿Un triple?
¿Qué onda, loco? Oh, ¿tú extranjerita?
¿Qué tiene? Mexicana, su mamá es de Chihuahua.
Ah, pero ella nacida allá o aquí.
Ella nació en Los Ángeles.
Oh, ya también americano.
Ajá. Está así de calmado, de Papa Fernandez hasta la piedra, es como unas ¿qué? Towards the end of the day, I caught a tatuaba. It's the largest member of the croaker family. However, it's critically endangered and illegal to catch in Mexico, so I threw it back. We had a successful day of fishing. We loaded up on goldeneye, spotted bass, and yellowtail. I caught a tatuaba and Bebo caught a baqueta. As always, fishing out of Papa Fernandez Fish Camp did not disappoint. If you're ever in the area, make sure to look up Big Bass Sportfishing, or you can leave me a comment and I'll get back to you with some contact information. And just like that, our time in Baja California had come to an end. It was time to pack up and head back home to Pasadena, California. We spent a total of 18 days south of the border, and time just flew by. We enjoyed our time soaking in the sun and waking up to the sound of the water breaking on shore. Waking up at 5 a.m. to go fishing and catching dinner for the week was satisfying, adventurous, and delicious. It was also quite rewarding getting to know all the remote areas of Baja that are off the beaten path and not as easy to get to as other towns in the area. We loved discovering beautiful new beaches where we can camp and charming little towns that we know we'll return to for years to come. We enjoyed all the delicious seafood that these productive waters have to offer and couldn't get enough of it. We'll forever cherish our adventures that we shared together and all the time that we spent in the water, observing all the wildlife and admiring all the natural beauty of this area. We'll never forget the diverse landscapes and just how spectacular and unique they are. But the one thing that really made this trip worthwhile was all the generous and kind people that we met along the way and the friendships that we forged. We hope that you've enjoyed exploring Baja California with us and look forward to seeing you south of the border when we return in November of 2023.